वर्क प्लेस, काफ़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड और काफ़ी इंस्टीट्यूट में बहुत लोगों के इंग्लिश कारण बनी है उनके ग्रोथ का, उनके स्ट्रगल का। कहीं ना कहीं कुछ लोग अचीवमेंट्स ले जाते हैं इंग्लिश की वजह से, इंग्लिश फ्लुएंसी की वजह से, और कहीं ना कहीं लोग सारी ज़िंदगी स्ट्रगल करते हैं जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ इंग्लिश। सो आज का क्वेश्चन इसी पे, हाउ यू कैन बी मास्टर एट योर वर्क प्लेस। सो गाइज, दिस इज जीत पाटिल एंड दीपक पाटिल with exclusive talk show Hinglish to English with I.M.Possible Training Solution. So guys, as you know, जैसा कि आप जानते हो, दीपक पाटिल, you know, he is an international language trainer. 7 भाषाएं जानते हैं, 1 लाख से ज़्यादा लोगों को इन्फ्लुएंस कर चुके हैं अपनी लैंग्वेज में, एंड मोर देन 80 कंट्रीज से उनके क्लाइंट्स हैं। सो गाइज, आज इन्हीं का एक्सपीरियंस जानेंगे, हाउ यू कैन बी मास्टर एट योर वर्क प्लेस। सो दीपक जी, थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग हियर अगेन, सो प्लीज शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस।
Okay guys, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show one more time, and I really appreciate guys that you guys are really very excited and passionate to know more. And today, as the question is like how to improve English specifically at workplace. All right, so I would just say one thing, that the working professionals, the people who are in the corporate world or who belong to that workplace, I want to tell you that first, their journey begins with the huge amount of passion to learn this language. First thing, right, that you must have it. Now, many people, they begin this language learning journey for one reason, that maybe they have a pressure, or maybe they must do it because somebody has pressurized them, or maybe their boss has told them. Because of that, they start this journey. But again, with this type of reasons, they become tired. Okay, they don't become long last in this journey. So that's why I want you that you decide from your own, not because of someone's pressure, but you should be the one who should be passionate to learn this language. Then your journey will be amazing, right? So that's the first thing. Now, second thing, I want to talk about the working professionals, and that is the most common problem that everybody has, and that becomes the barrier in their language learning, and that is time. Most of the people tell me that, sir, I want to learn, but I don't have a time. I don't have a time. So let me give you the specific solutions for it. All right, now, you know what guys, you think that you don't have a time, but let me tell you, you still have a time. Now, I call this time is called micro times, right? Micro. Now, what is this micro times is all about? You know what, all throughout the day, you know chunk size of times that you can definitely take out for your English improvement. For example, let's say every morning, if you go for a walk, or you go to the gym, all right, or you do any kind of exercise. So while exercise, of course, you can continue your practice, English speaking practice or English listening practice at the same time. All right, you can do both activities at the same time. For example, maybe you are driving to your work, so you can use that time for your language improvement, right? Or maybe even at a workplace, if you have a break time, if you get few minutes, okay, where you can rest, even at that time you can continue your practice. So these are the times what I call micro times, right? So you can use these micro times perfectly to improve your English, right? So that's the solution that I can give you. And of course, if once you have decided, once you have become hell-bent to improve your English, so no one can stop you. All throughout the day, that thing will be here in your mind, all right, that you want to improve English anyhow, no matter what happens, come what may, I gotta do it, right? So that motivation, that inspiration will definitely help you out to find out the time, all right? And you will definitely seek out the time, and make sure that you put your English into priority. Priority also matters a lot, guys, okay? So this is about the timing. Now, second thing I would like to talk about, and that is, what should be the method you should follow, right? How should you learn? I mean, what exactly you should do about your English? Now, you know what? I always tell the people that English is like an ocean, right? Of course, you cannot master everything in English. Now, most of the time I have observed the people that their reason to learn English is something else, and they are learning in English totally polar of opposite, right? So again, that's where they do not improve their English, and if they try to improve their English, it does not help them at the particular place where they need. So what I want to explain you here is very simple, that first of all, decide what's your purpose for learning English. Let's say if you are at a workplace, right, and your purpose is that you can communicate with your clients fairly well, okay, you can communicate with the foreign clients, okay, about specific meeting about specific field. So of course you need to focus on that type of English, not other things. Now many times I have seen that the people want to improve their English because of their workplace, because so that they can perform well in their meetings, right, where the meeting is going to be held in their office. Now they want to improve their English because of that, and they practice the name of the vegetables in English, name of the fruits in English. Now tell me something, of course that's important, yeah. But why you are learning English? To perform well at the meeting. So that thing is not going to be helpful for you there, right? So focus on niche English, right? So now make it limited, right? For example, if you belong to the IT field, let's say, right? So what you gotta do is you gotta focus on the English related to the IT world, okay? Don't focus on that low and advocacy kind of English, because of course that is important, but if you belong to that field, then you should focus on that. If you belong to the IT world, then focus on just IT world of English so that you can use it at your workplace. Okay, now one more thing, what you can do is, now once you have decided what your niche is, after that you gotta start watching and start listening if you are listening, so start listening the podcast related to the IT world or related to whatever field you are in, right? So that you can grab a lot of vocabulary related to your field, right? For example, if there is a teacher, right? Now he wants to improve his English. Now why does he want to improve his English? So that he can teach better at their class, right? So of course, if that teacher will focus on how to present, if he watches the like a TED Talk show, right? And if that teacher watches the video where the person is doing that public speaking, so of course he can get many vocabularies, many phrases that he can use the same phrases at his teaching class, right? So that's how they can improve. Similarly, if there is any working professional, right? So if you want to improve your English, so you must watch and listen related to your field so that you can grab the vocabulary according to that field. So that's the best thing. That's the main thing that we must understand, that we must consider, all right, as an English learner. Now, one more thing I would like to add here, that when you are learning, so again, as I have already mentioned, that we have launched one course that's called Hinglish to English on our online platform, learning platform, that's I.M.Possible Training Solutions. So in that course, we have beautifully explained that if you want to learn any new vocabulary, now most of the people learn the vocabulary individually, right? So again, that doesn't work because you forget, you memorize it and then you forget it. So there we give the idea of learning phrases, right? Learn phrases. Phrases means group of words. It's never a single word, it's always group of words, because when we speak, we don't speak one word, we speak the group of words, right? So as a working professional, what you guys can do is, when you are learning anything related to your field, so learn phrases, okay? The phrases that you can use, that you can speak, right? It can be a sentence, it can be a 2 words, 3 words, combination of words, right? So once you start learning that, automatically you can start using it immediately. And considering this thing, we have designed one system that's called phrase mix lessons. Now phrase mix lesson is specifically designed lessons for giving you the direct ideas, okay, that not learning individual word but learning phrases. So that's what the concept is all about. So ultimately, I would just like to say to the working professionals, all the working professionals, and that is that if you have that passion, if you seek out that micro time that I told you, right, and if you start focusing on the right method which I explained you, that start focusing on phrases and start focusing on your niche, then no one can stop you from becoming better at your workplace. That's all.
Wow, sir, wonderful, wonderful. जैसा कि आपने बताया, as a working profession, सबसे ज़्यादा most important thing क्या है? Time. जैसा कि सर ने बताया कि हमें time consume utilize कैसे करना है. जैसे कि आप कुछ ना कुछ समय निकालते हो अपने break में while talking, कहीं ना कहीं छोटे छोटे समय, छोटा छोटा time आपको मिलता है, वहाँ पे आप अपनी इंग्लिश बेटर कर सकते हो, वहाँ पे अपनी इंग्लिश इम्प्रूव कर सकते हो। और सर ने ये भी बताया कि अपना निश होना चाहिए एक पर्टिकुलर, जैसे कि आप, जैसे सर ने बताया आईटी फील्ड, अगर आप कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में मास्टर बनना चाहते हो, सो चूज द वर्ड्स और वोकैबुलरीज रिगार्डिंग टू द आईटी फील्ड। अपने निश के अकॉर्डिंग इंग्लिश सीखिए, अपने सेक्टर के अकॉर्डिंग वहाँ पे फोकस कीजिए। इस तरह से आप वहाँ पे मास्टर बन सकते हो। और लास्ट में जैसा कि सर ने बताया, फ्रेज मेक्स लेसन्स, फ्रेजेस मीन्स पूरे सेंटेंस होते हैं जहाँ इंडिविजुअल वर्ड्स आप नहीं सीखते, आप पूरे सेंटेंस सीखते हो। आप कभी भी कहीं ना कहीं कम्युनिकेट करते हो तो आप वर्ड्स नहीं बोलते, आप पूरा कम्युनिकेशन एक सेंटेंस बोलते हो। तो आपको वर्ड्स नहीं याद करने हैं, आपको वर्ड्स नहीं सीखना है, आपको पूरा फ्रेज सीखना है, पूरे फ्रेजेस। और उसी के लिए जैसे कि सर ने बताया, हमारा एक ऑनलाइन लर्निंग एप्लीकेशन है जहाँ पे आप ये सब सीख सकते हो। सो देर किस बात की, जाइए और चेकआउट कीजिए सारे कोर्सेज, ऑलराइट। एंड इस क्वेश्चन के बारे में आपका क्या कहना है, आप भी हमें बताइए कमेंट करके। क्या वर्किंग प्रोफेशन में क्या हम टाइम निकाल के इंग्लिश इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं, राइट?
And I would like to add here one more thing, okay? And that is, you know what? If we talk about the working professional, so there is a, like work culture, okay? We need to also understand one thing about the work culture as well, right? So you see that if you are in a, like let's say in a sales field, right? Related to sales field, so you know that that culture is different, where you have to communicate with the people a lot, where we have to talk respectfully. So what is your work culture? According to that, you have to develop your language fluency, right? So for example, at your workplace, if it's a like, as I told you, it's a sales related thing, so of course you have to learn most respectful word, most formal word, where you can go to the person, you can say hello sir, welcome to our office, or whatever it is, okay? How may I help you, right? So these are the phrases that can really help you to sound according to your work culture, right? So again, work culture is also very important. Now why I'm repeating this word work culture, so that it can anchor in your mind that you don't learn just a language, but you also learn the work culture along with it, right? That is also very important, and nobody focus on it. When you will try to learn English, so of course your focus will be on English, but again, when you are just focusing on English, so your focus becomes very narrow, okay? And it should be wide instead. I mean, where you just don't focus on English, you focus on your work, you focus on your work culture, you focus on that kind of communication goes on in your entire